Hello there folks, it's your host for reviewing the BigBlue 28 watt 2 USB port solar panel, hiking panel, fold away panel. This is the bot. I've just received it from Amazon. I did order it on eBay, but it was supposed to come days and days ago and it never turned up, so I've just reordered it yesterday on Amazon, and it's just arrived today from Amazon, just after a day of ordering it through Prime, and it's come packed like this. It's not even got any packing around it, it's just the actual item box it came in with my address on, but not in an actual cardboard box. Just use the actual item box for posting it, which I've never seen before with Amazon, which is really weird. And it's got one of these stickers on. I don't know if that's hopefully it's not a bloody another returned item they've sent me, which really will annoy me, because this would be the third time they've sent me items that are not brand new and a returned product. I'm not sure what that means. It's not the shipping barcode, so I'm not sure what that is. Hopefully, I've got a bad feeling this might be a returned item. I've seen this before somewhere. Someone said something about it. I'm not sure if it is a returned item, but anyway, let's see. We might find out when we open it. I've not opened it yet, so it's just come through the door just now. So it says, "Let the sun power your life," and it's got some pictures of like a iPod, smartphone, tablet, and maybe like a portable games device. On the side here it says BigBlue solar panel pack, charge with sunlight, easy to carry, solar pack, BigBlue, I think there's a load of stuff on the back, which it says its features, specifications. I'm not going to read all that. If you want to read it, pause this and to read it. It says it's a new device down here, new, so but I don't know what the other barcode on the front was. So anyway, so I'm not sure what that is. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. So let's open it up. Just opening it up, I've got these little sticky things off both sides. So this is the first time opening it, so I'm not sure how it opens. Okay. Oh, seems to be all wrapped up in it could be new. I'm not sure. Hopefully it is. It's got the salt thing in. It's a little bit worn. It's in this packet, but that doesn't mean to say it's new. It's alright. Doesn't look like it's been used outside or anything. It's supposed to come with it looks like it's new. It's got 2 years warranty card, a welcome guide. I'll go through that slowly for you. Oh, okay, well, half of that is not in English, but maybe non-English people who speak that language will find that useful. And of course, yeah, it's all, and then some English there. You can pause it if you want to read it. I'm not going to read it all out to you. So this is the panel. Okay, it's quite small actually for a 28 watt panel, which is pretty good. So it's looking okay. It's looking like it's not been used. So let's fold that up a minute and see what's in here. Okay, so it's got all the oh my god, I can't remember what these are called now. I should bloody know. I'm a hiker. It's totally gone out of my head. And it's got another silica thing in there to keep it dry. So yeah, it's looking like it is new. It doesn't look like it's been used. And it's got a USB cable there. I'm not sure if that's all it's supposed to come with, but there's a bit there where the wire comes through and goes to the USB, so yeah, I presume that's all okay. So should we weigh the solar panel without any of this, but not these, we'll just weigh the solar panel itself. There's nothing in there. So yeah, let's weigh out the solar panel, see what the weight is. Folks, so let's weigh it. It's supposed to be 585 grams according to the Amazon ad. So let's see how heavy it is. Well, it seems we got a discrepancy here. On the Amazon ad it says it's 500, I think it said, did I say 585 grams? Well, in fact, this is the weight of it. Everything's been took out, it's just the solar panel on its own. It says 617 grams, ladies and gentlemen. Okay folks, well it is almost 30 grams heavier than it was actually advertised at, so I'm going to ask for a bit of a reduction in, a bit of a refund on that with Amazon, because it's obviously clearly false advertising. Saying it's a certain weight and it's not. 30, almost 30 grams is quite a bit of difference. So I'm just going to plug it in to an Anker. I think it's 1000 mAh battery. It's almost charged already anyway. I'm just going to give it a quick test because it's at the end of the day. It's 4:50 in the afternoon on the 13th of May. It's quite a warm day. So I plugged that in. I believe this is an ampage meter. It's not wattage, so it's only knocking out. Oh, I'm in the shadow of it now. I'll try and get out in the sun. That's better. So even in the full sun, it's knocking out just 1.1 amp. Which is not particularly great when this can take. I think this can take 2.4 amps. This charger. And my other, I think it's, was it RAV 24 watt solar panel can knock out almost 2 amps. It's supposed to be 2.4 amps, but it never seems to go over the 2 amps. So this is probably giving out better for wattage than ampage. Then that's probably why it's actually a little bit smaller, I think, than the 24 watt RAV one I've got. But this one doesn't seem to knock out as much ampage, but the wattage is probably higher. So that's what I'm guessing anyway. But I'm going to give it a proper test tomorrow, so this is just see if it works with my battery, which it does, but I'll give a proper test on the battery tomorrow. Hi there folks, so just testing out the BigBlue 28 watt solar charger, and it is 12:17 Monday the 14th of May in the south of England. The sun is, no clouds in the sky, the sun is out, it's quite warm. It is knocking out 5.19 volts to this Anker 1000 mAh battery pack, and 1.01, it fluctuates a bit between 1 amp and 1.06 amps, and you get fluctuating between about up to about 5.50 watts. So yeah, getting 5.50 watts and just over an amp, 519 voltage, and that's on the BigBlue. So let's see what it does with the RAVPower 24 watt 3-port solar charger in the same time, same sunlight. Hey folks, so now I'm testing it out with the RAVPower 24 watt 3-port outdoors charger solar panel, and I'm getting much better reading. I'm getting 5.22 volts, a little bit more ampage, about up to 1.7 ampage, and Actually, it's about the same. It's roughly the same. I think the RAV is doing slightly better. The RAV seems to be doing slightly better. So there's not much difference between it really. I'm going to see how heavy the RAV solar charger is. We've already done the BigBlue weight. Okay, so let's weigh the RAV 24 watt solar power charger. Actually, it is 810 grams, which is heavier than the BigBlue solar charger, which is, I believe, 618 grams. So the BigBlue is actually lighter, but I think the RAVPower, even though it says only 24 watts, is probably, well, it's compatible with the IME13 charger, whereas the BigBlue's not. The BigBlue wasn't putting next to no power in it at all. Maybe the this RAV one's got more, is better. It's got a slightly more power as well on the BigBlue on all the other things as well. It's slightly better, but it's almost 200 grams heavier. So they're both good. I mean, obviously I prefer the RAVPower, even though it's heavier, because I can charge my IME13, and my IME13 I can recharge my Maverick Pro drone on the move. So for me, out of the BigBlue and the RAVPower, even though the RAVPower is a little bit heavier, 200 grams heavier, I would go for this, definitely. And this has got 3 ports, and the BigBlue's only got 2 ports. But I just feel this is the much better solar power panel out of the 2 so far. Okay folks, now I'm testing out the BigBlue solar charger, 28 watt solar charger with the IME13 battery pack, and I can tell you it's pretty bad. It's facing the sun, the solar panel. It's quite warm. It's 12:23 on Monday the 14th of May in the south of England, and it's only getting 0.55 watts, 0.12 amps and 508 volts. That is bloody terrible. This is charging it from 1%. That's not good. Okay, so let's try the RAV outdoor 24 watt solar panel. Okay, I'm testing out the RAV 24 watt port solar outdoor charger, solar charger, and it's knocking out with the same sunlight 580.18 volts, 2.02 amps and 10.43 watts. Way better than the BigBlue. So, and that's on the IME battery pack it's charging. Much better. The BigBlue was just practically not charging it. So maybe it's a compatibility issue. So if you've got the IME13 battery pack, you want to get the RAV 24 watt 3-port outdoor solar charger, because it's 12:26 Monday the 14th in the south, 14th of May in the south of England, and it's getting up to 10.80 watts, 10.80 watts, just over 2 amps and 5.20 volts, and that's going to charge up, and according to the IME charger, it should tell you charging time with that. Can't see in the sunlight. Just about 3 and some hours, something crazy like that. Like charge really quickly. So yeah, it's very good for the IME battery pack, this RAV24. But the BigBlue seems to be some kind of compatibility issue. I'll try a few more things with this new solar panel. Okay folks, more impressively, the BigBlue, it's got 1.4 amps written on the ampage display now. That's the highest it's been. It's usually been 1.1, and it's got my Nokia Nexus, I think it's a Nexus 6P plugged in, which is switched on, and it's knocking out now, according to this this display, what I've got plugged into the BigBlue 28 watt solar panel charger. It's saying 5.8 volts, 1.34 amps, and 6.94 watts. It's 12:34 on the day on the 14th of May in the south of England. Now let's try it with the RAV, see how much power it knocks out with that. Okay, so I've just plugged in my Nexus phone into the RAV solar power 24 watt, and it's knocking out about the same power, 5.20 volts, 1.34 amps, and 6.94 watts, so about the same. So the BigBlue in the RAV 24 watt is knocks out about the same power for a Nexus 6P phone, so that's alright. Hey folks, so I'm trying out this little Intech battery pack, day battery pack, with the BigBlue 28 watt solar panel, and it's knocking out 5.21 volts and 0.79 amps and 4.11 watts, which is okay really. It's a small battery pack, so it's not going to take forever to charge. And let's try it with the RAV solar charger. Okay folks, so this little battery pack, the RAV 24 watt solar charger, is knocking out 5.19 volts, 0.78 amps, and 4.04 watts. So there's not a lot of difference, I don't think, there. So yeah. Okay folks, well, my conclusion, out of the two solar panels I prefer the RAVPower because it has more power. It does provide more power for the same sun, so it charges, and it has a much better compatibility. Just about everything I've used with it works with it. Whereas with the BigBlue, it has a lot of compatibility issues with quite a few things I've tried to use with it. It also has already, after one long hike of about, I don't know, 400 kilometers, the metal ring, which is this, has come off of this one, so you can attach it to your bag with these things. So you've got these rings here at the bottom, they're okay, but yeah, so the rings come off of there with the BigBlue. The BigBlue is not so tough wearing as the RAVPower. However, the BigBlue is light. It is very light, so it's very good. If you do want to make sure your device is compatible with this first, because it does seem to have quite a few compatible issues with devices. So yeah, check before you buy it. Make sure it works with this. If it does work with this, and you're only going to use it with one, obviously you want to make sure all your gear you're going to use this with the solar panel is compatible with it. And if it is compatible, actually this may work out the better option because it's lighter. It's almost 200 grams lighter than the RAVPower, so it's a good little solar panel. It's a shame about the compatibility issues, but the RAVPower does have more power, and it has a lot more. It's practically compatible with everything I've tried it with. Having said that, this is also wearing off. This one here as well. The little metal rings coming off of there as well. So it's a brilliant solar panel. So this is the one I take with me hiking from now on. But it's a shame really, because that is so light, but it's just too many compatibility problems for me. because I have a lot of devices. But yeah, this is the one I personally recommend. But yeah, if you have got devices that are compatible with this and you're only going to use those devices, then I recommend the BigBlue.